back to my channel. Welcome, fam. She's thirsty. So for today's video, I'm coming to you with another I recreate photos that I've liked on Instagram. Why do I look mostly ghostly? Oh my Atlanta. I guess that's Beatrice. Sorry, I had to adjust the lighting real quick. Alright, so yeah, that's what we're going to be doing for today's video. I already have the photo right here. I haven't tried going back onto Instagram yet because of what happened with me trying to find the very first photo that I liked. It just kept exiting out and stuff, so whatever. So I'm just going to show you guys the photo. It is this photo right here. Really, really pretty. Oh. Yeah, it's a really, really gorgeous photo. It was posted, again, just like the first one was posted on Anastasia Beverly Hills' website. Now, again, since I can't scroll through Instagram to get to the original post, I can't scroll down on this to obviously, you know, see all of the information. It just goes to my other photos and stuff. So unfortunately, I'm probably not going to be using these same products that were used. The good news is, though, is that I already did my brows, as you can clearly see off camera, and I did use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade medium brown. Yep, so yeah, brows are already done. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in so that you can see what we're gonna do, and yeah, let's just get started. Okay. This is real close and personal. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is just to prime my eyes with Tarte Shape Tape. I always prime my eyes. It doesn't matter if you use concealer or an eye primer to me, or heck, even your foundation. It doesn't really matter to me. Alright, I just blend that out with my finger. It's no big deal. Guys, have you ever had that problem where you were trying to like go through like stuff that you liked before on Instagram and the thing just shut down and off on you? Like, I'm honestly very, very stumped on why that happened. I mean, I don't know if it was because my phone was just overheated, or if you have to have more battery to do it. Like, I honestly don't know what was going on. Alright, so now that we look even more like our twin brother Casper, I'm just gonna grab a fluffy brush. Sure, why not? We will go with this one. This is just a Sephora blending brush. I think that this was from like the Twinkle of My Eye collection. I believe that was like discontinued a little bit ago. I'm just gonna use my Z palette, and obviously, since I don't know the exact materials used, and this photo was originally posted on Anastasia's website, it's only fair that I go in with Anastasia's shadows. I'm first gonna dip into Orange Soda. Okay, Anastasia, Orange Soda used to be my jam. I would always, always, always use it. It was my favorite transition color, like, ever. I loved it a lot. Like, I'm already hitting pan on it now. It was not at pan before, but now look at it. You know, you see that little silver dot. That's pan. That's how much I love this shadow. This is probably my first time dipping back into it. I don't even know when. And in the photo, her, like, everything is very rounded. Her lips are very rounded. Her brows are very rounded. But the eyeshadow is very winged out, very almondy, so we're going to make sure that the shadow doesn't go down like that, a little bit more winged out, but not too far. Alright, next, according to solely just how the photo looks, because again, it's really hard to tell the eye situation completely. She's got like obviously you can't see her lid. It looks like she doesn't really have anything on her lid. You can kind of see through the lashes. And she just has like a cooler toned neutral dark crease. So I'm going to grab another ABH eyeshadow. This one is in the shade Hot Chocolate. And I'm just going to grab that on a Morphe M513. Just dip in. And I'm going in with a lighter hand just to make sure that it's nice and diffused. Oh, by the way, sorry if you guys can hear cars and stuff, but my windows are not open at all. I guess they're just really thin glass. And also sorry if you can hear screaming or a lot of talking or an Oompa Loompa's voice running. My dad and his fiance are watching the Oompa Loompas speech for some very odd reason that I will never understand. On a skinnier but still fluffy brush, this is the Morphe M433, I'm going to dip into an even deeper shade. This is actually the color Razy from the I Love Sarai and ColourPop eyeshadow palette. So just grabbing a little bit of that shade, and we're only focusing that on the outer corner, just to deepen the outer part of the crease. Slightly winging, we're not going like crazy. Clearly, as you guys can most definitely tell just from my voice, I am sick. Don't worry, don't leave. You can't catch it through the screen. I promise. I made sure. I'm weird. Okay. What I was about to do was take Blanc Type by MAC, and I'm just gonna pat that all over the lid. I'm just gonna use a flat synthetic brush. This is the Morphe M167. So yeah, I'm just gonna grab Blanc Type, and again, yeah, I'm just gonna pack this all over the lid. Nothing special, nothing crazy. So yep, we're just making sure. Next, she lined her eyes completely with black eyeliner. I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs fine liner, just in blacker, and just like that. I know that a lot of people do avoid putting black in their waterline because yes, it does have the tendency to close off the eye a little bit more, but obviously if you have bigger eyes, it does have a tendency to work a little bit more. And we are putting a shimmer in here, so it's gonna still add that sparkle. which will hopefully assure that our eyes will not look too closed off. Alright, now I'm just curling my lashes. We're gonna get ready for the falsies. In the photo, she's wearing Scarlet lashes by Huda. I actually no longer have those lashes because unfortunately they did break, but I do have Huda Beauty lashes in Samantha, so I'm gonna wear those. At least I'm getting it somewhat close. You know what though, honestly, it's when it comes to makeup, there's no right or wrong way. As long as you end up getting to the same destination or the wanted destination, it doesn't matter how you got there. Alright, and guys, I'm just waiting for this other lash to dry, but I looked at the photo again and I totally missed that she had a slight wing. I'm just going quickly to just take my Maybelline gel liner in Blackest Black and just a Morphe M217 brush and just quickly go in. Okay, and before moving on to the lower lash line, I like to go in with the face. I'm just gonna give my eyes one last blend just to make sure everything is really, really nice and seamless. Let's just move on to the face. The face looks very, very, there. You can see it better. Her face looks very, very matte. I hope I zoomed you guys in just a little bit more just so you guys can really see what's going on, you know, up in this region over here. So since we're going more matte, I'm first going to take my Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing primer, and I'm just gonna work this in to the skin. And then over top, just to add a little bit of a blurred effect, because there is not a pore to be found in that photo at all. Literally, nada. It doesn't exist. So I'm gonna go in with the Silk Canvas primer by Tatcha. I've used and abused this a lot thus far. Okay, just this amount is perfect for the entire face. We're gonna put a little bit on the forehead. Start working that in nicely on the cheeks, just all over the cheeks, as well as the nose. Somewhat under the eyes as well. She's very, very ultimately full cake coverage. like there's no oil, there's no shine, there's no scar, no freckles, nothing that is being shown. So I'm gonna take this is probably my most full coverage matte foundation. It is the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. I am in the color Light 41 Natural. Like, it literally comes out like plaster. Oh my gosh. I didn't even need that much. What was I thinking? Oh my god. Okay. No, whatever. Like, it's literally like rubbing on clay. Guys, I know that this looks a lot lighter than my face, but it matches my neck perfectly. My face is always a little bit darker than my neck. Everyone's is. And so, yeah, you just gotta be a little careful. So the foundation is laid on. Okay. Now moving on to concealer. I'm first going to take Tarte Shape Tape solely for the coverage of it. And then before I blend that out, I'm going to add a little bit of the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer in Whiteout. This is literally a white concealer just to bring even more lightness to those areas that we highlighted. And now we're gonna blend that out. You guys probably know how to do makeup, so you definitely know the drill. It literally feels so sticky on my skin because it's so much makeup that's going on me. Oh my goodness gracious. I shouldn't complain though. Alright, and now once we dab out our under eyes, I'm now going to grab a brush. First, I'm going to grab this brush right here. This is a dual-ended IT Cosmetics brush. It's called their Dual Concealer Brush. And this is the brush that I use for my nose contour. I'm going to take the more fluffy side and use that to dab out the more highlighted areas. Just buff, blend, mainly tap. I definitely recommend tapping motions for sure. Oh my god, this lighting is like acting very strange. Alrighty, so the nose is blended out, and then this flatter side we're going to use to contour it. I'm going to use the Kevyn Aucoin Light sculpting powder. Again, we're going to take that flatter side of the brush. We're going to dip only the tip in. Okay, I'm immature. And we're just going to create those lines. Sorry guys, I've had to adjust my lighting so many times because it is now nighttime. I'm a bad YouTuber. Oh my god. So now that's all in. Now I'm just going to take this Morphe E23 brush just to make sure that that concealer under my eyes is all buffed out and blended. This is such a gentle brush on my under eyes. I mean, yes, it's all in the pressure that you're using as well, but honestly, it's very gentle. Just to make sure that that concealer under my eyes is extra nice and blended, I take, this is the Morphe M536 brush right here, and I just give myself one last dab under my eyes just to perfect it. Make sure everything is melted together. And then same thing with the rest of my face. I take this brush. This one's by IT Cosmetics. It's their number 223. I just make sure that the foundation and the concealer are just nice and melted together. Obviously without blending it too much where you lose the separation. Alright, and now time to set these under eyes. I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder in Lavender. And Gonna quickly take my sponge though just to tap out any last minute creases that may or may not be there. Then I'm gonna dip into the powder, tap any excess off on my hand, and then just go right in and start applying. And then just to make sure that it's really inside of those lines, to make sure it doesn't crease, I grabbed the Morphe R3 brush. It's like a nice little like tulipy shaped brush. I tap into the powder and then I get the excess off on the lid, and I just back and forth motions and a lot of tapping motions, making sure it's really nicely in there. And then I take the Beauty Blender again and just dab over top of that with no excess product. Alright, and now, thank God, it's time to set the rest of the face. I'm going to be using the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh powder. Alright, so first thing that I do is I first take a brush. I got this in like a 3 set. It's like these little rose brushes. I got it at Target. This one's so soft. So first I'll dip into the powder. Again, obviously taking off any excess on the lid, and then just patting it. Don't eat it. And then just tapping it all over. I then take the sponge, dip it in, and then I just press it all in. Now obviously there's a crap load of powder on your face at this point, so I'm going to quickly take a quick spritz of my Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1. I'm first going to chisel out my face using that same contour powder we used for our nose. I like to take that on a Morphe M530 brush. I just really like this brush for contouring. Ooh, yes. Alrighty, now we are going to bake. I'm going to use the Cover FX Perfect setting powder in Translucent Light. We're going to go back to that nose contour brush, that It one, and take that flat side. We're going to dip into the powder with the flat side of the brush, and we're going to lay it down right next to where those lines are. Alright, and now over top of that, we're going to take that sponge dip into the powder, but tap off any excess on our hand, and then go over that bakage just to press it in. And now we're going to do the same thing to the face. We're going to first go in with the sponge though. Again, tap off any excess. We're definitely baking / cutting that area. Alrighty. And now, you thought we were done here. Get ready for this. Now this is another one of the rose brushes, but it's flat. We're going to dip into that powder. You heard it right. And then any areas that I touch throughout the day, or any areas that get oily, get a little extra something. So all around my chin and jawline. It's gonna get that extra cooking time. And then right here. So now, oh my god, I am a mess. Alright, so now while that is nice and cooking, I'm going to finish up the under eye area. So it looks like she has like a really pretty shiny gold, but it's like glittery, you know? I don't know. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is grab a pencil brush. This is the Morphe M431, and I'm going to mix the two dark brown shades that we used, Razy from ColourPop and I Love Sarai, and Hot Chocolate from ABH. I'm gonna run that right under that lower lash line. Alright, and now what I'm going to do is grab this fluffy brush. I just got this in my Ipsy Glam bag, and I'm actually going to grab this shade right here, this cooler mauve tone one. This is called Chic Happens. It's another one from the I Love Sarai and ColourPop palette, and just with that light amount I'm going to graze right underneath it. And now, just to make sure it doesn't look like I have a black eye, I'm going to take that same brush and dip into Blanc type. Now for the fun part, the gold. So I found this in my archives. This is the Pure Cosmetics X Angel Merino collab with the eye polishes. This one is the shade Dynasty, and I like the little paddle applicator on it. It's going to make this a whole lot easier. Alright, just like that. Yeah, that's pretty. And then over top of it, kind of just for that like glitter-y effect, I'm actually going to pick up this little palette of mine. This has all of my pure glitters in it, I know. It is very aesthetically pleasing. I'm gonna actually mix these two. I'm gonna wipe off that same brush that I used for my gel liner. Just wipe it off. I'm gonna pick some up and just press. Now we're gonna move on to blush. This one is Space Case. It's Not Me, It's My Sign blush by Space Case Cosmetics. It looks like that. Picking that up on my blush brush by It Cosmetics. It's not too like crazy of a blush, so that is all the blush we're doing. Now it is time for bronzer. Again, just a very subtle bronze. There's nothing too crazy. I'm going to be using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in their original bronzer color, and the Morphe M527 brush for my bronzer. Oh, I love the smell of it. We're just gonna hit that hairline a little bit. Again, it's very, very subtle. We're not going to need a lot at all. So now we're also going to move on to highlight. This is the Hourglass Ambient Strobe Lighting Powder in Brilliant Strobe Light. And then this guy right over here is by Tarte. Mix them together on my fan brush right here. This is the Morphe M310. Alright, now I'm going to spray my face with a little bit of the Milani Make It Last setting spray. I'm going to line my lips using actually this Marc Jacobs highliner. Yes, it's an eyeliner. This is in the color Fine Wine. Alright, and then I'm just filling in. And then over top in the center, I'm going to take this lipstick in the color Whiteout by Kat Von D. And then going over it again with that eyeliner. Oh, alright. That is it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel. Come join the fam. I love you all so much, and hopefully I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Oh my god, no. No.